Hi, everybody. We are here, the Real Estate Ladies of North Atlanta, Mary Ellen Van Auken, Sue Jennings. How are you doing today, Sue?
I'm doing awesome. How are you, Mary Ellen?
I'm doing great. So today we're going to talk about 5 quick fixes that can add thousands of dollars to your home sales price. Who wants to know about that? That's really cool. We're going to talk about our neighborhood highlight, which is Ivy Brook by the Providence Group, which is really a new, they don't even have pricing out. So that's how new that one is. And we're going to talk about what we love about North Atlanta, which is trees of green. Okay, we love the trees here. They're amazing. And then we're going to talk about the design tip of the day, which is pay attention to the color temperature of your lighting. Well, I can't wait for that one. That one's kind of interesting. All right. So, Sue, let's fire away and let's talk about Ivy Brook by the Providence Group. And where it's located and what information do we have so far?
Well, first of all, the Providence Group's a great builder, and they build beautiful communities. And I live in a Providence Group home, and absolutely, feel that it's well built and great floor plans.
Yes,
great features, quality is put into these homes. But anyway, Ivy Brook, it is going to be located between exit 8 and exit 9 of Georgia 400. Very, very good access to Georgia 400. Easy access to Roswell, easy access to Avalon and Alpharetta. Yep. And it's going to be located kind of off of West Side Parkway on Davis Drive. So there will be 85 townhomes in Ivy Brook. And Providence Group has a great way of designing like elevated living in their homes. This particular community is located within walking distance to Topgolf. And there's, also in the area, there's just a ton of dining and shopping, entertainment options right at your fingertips.
Fingerprints? So, your fingerprints?
Fingerprints and fingertips. Yes, yes. You say that quickly a couple times. No. But anyway, it's perfect for the buyers that are looking for the convenience and luxury. And it's just a timeless community of modern living that's being built. So anyway, they are going to be part of their brownstone and terrace collections, showcasing beautiful architecture against a lush green backdrop. Inside each home, you'll find spacious floor plans, designer selections. There's, like I said, it's top tier craftsmanship, quality materials. It will have HOA maintained landscaping and lawn care. And Providence Group homes are smart, green friendly features, ensure sustainability and efficiency, and making Ivy Brook a sanctuary for environmental conscious residents. It's a one-of-a-kind setting, and it's a blend of relaxation and vibrancy for the perfect location in the Alpharetta area. Again, the community address is 10742 Davis Drive in Alpharetta, and pricing has yet to be released by the Providence Group.
Yeah, and I really have to say we have done so much business with Providence Group in my 20 years, and I just love working with them, and all my clients have been so happy with them, and they just make a great product. So I definitely would look out for this if you want to be closer in Alpharetta, you know what I mean? Like you're not in like downtown Alpharetta, you're really getting close to Roswell there, really close to 400. If you work a little bit closer in the city, this is probably a great place for you to look. So,
great location.
Yeah. Fantastic. All right, let's dig into 5 quick fixes that can help you make money, right? Thousands of dollars. Like, I mean, it's all about return on investment, right? If I put $10 in, I want $100 back, right?
Right.
So so I think these are great tips, and I think people don't realize that these are easy fix, and they don't really cost a lot of money, and they don't, you can hire someone to do it too. And it's, you're going to get 10 times right on it. So,
right. Well, first impressions are everything. We've heard this in many different scenarios over the years, but first impressions are everything. And so that means number one on our list is to enhance your curb appeal, because This is the first time, that buyers are going to be looking at your home. So you want to update your landscaping. You don't want big, old, overgrown bushes that are covering your windows and everything else. You want to also plant seasonal flowers so that something's always blooming, especially if you've got your home on the market. You want it to have some color.
Yes.
And don't forget to focus on the front door. Make sure you're painting that front door, and make sure your driveway is also clean. Get it pressure washed. Get the sidewalk from the driveway to the front door pressure washed. These minor upgrades can really make your home look more welcoming, look in terms of impeccable maintenance, and make a great first impression right from the get-go.
Yeah, and one more thing on front doors, like front areas, front porches. If there's, cobwebs, you want to go that's an easy fix. Get a broom and get the cobwebs away. And then I always encourage everybody to have on your front porch two planters with whatever season you're in of plants, because every time I walk up to a house and I go to the lockbox and there's flowers there, it just makes me happy.
Right.
And it just makes people happy. Flowers make people happy. So also flowers in your house, just a tidbit, fresh flowers. If you're listing a house and you have showings that first weekend, I would just fresh flowers on the kitchen. Oh, that's just brings joy to a lot of people. So, which is, and remember, when they're coming to your house, it's actually the second showing, because the first showing is all the photos and everything that's online and all the marketing that happens out there in the real world. So, yeah.
Right.
So there you go. All right. So I think we really nailed that one, and
right.
Also when you're looking at curb appeal too, sometimes I think you need to go into the neighborhood, go into the road and look at your house and kind of just look at it and say, okay, these trees need to be trimmed, that needs to be taken care of, and just kind of there. And I know sometimes in the wintertime it's hard, but you want to really just fresh pine straw. I don't like pine straw. I like mulch. So fresh mulch around the
pansies.
area.
You can always plant pansies here in the winter.
Yeah, in the winter, pansies just make some color pop, So there you go. All right, so let's talk about the second fix you can do, which is refresh walls with neutral paint. Oh yes,
right.
This is a must. How many times do we tell people, I know you love your purple ceilings, but please paint them. Yes. Or I'll come and paint them.
You don't want to do that, Mary Ellen.
I don't paint.
So anyway,
my husband won't let me paint, so forget it. I don't paint.
So what does a fresh coat of neutral paint really do for your home? First of all, it makes it feel clean. It makes it feel fresh. It makes it feel modern. And it appeals to the widest range of buyers that way, because buyers love clean, uncluttered, up-to-date homes that look like they've been well maintained. So choose warm whites. I mean, a great warm white is Snowbound from Sherwin-Williams.
Yes.
Hands down, it's a great color. Like grays and beiges, they also make a room feel more spacious and versatile. And this also goes for your flooring as well.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about your molding and everything, your baseboards. Please paint them. Please.
Yes, and dust them. If they're already white, at least clean them.
Clean them, scrub them, and then paint them. Yes, that definitely. Right. And then when it comes to your flooring, just, your flooring. Please have just one flooring and on one level. Please don't do multiple floorings. Please don't do that. Please don't pick crazy stuff, because people because they're walking and they're looking. So if you're walking in a house, right, Sue, and you see hardwood floors, and then all of a sudden it goes to this ugly tile, and then it goes to another hardwood, and then it goes to a carpet, all on the first level, it doesn't make you smile. It doesn't give you joy. So please be consistent with your flooring. That's the best way to put it.
Right. And if you do have wall to wall and it is a neutral color, great, but make sure it's clean. If you spilled If you spilled a cup of coffee right next to the bed in the master bedroom and there's the brown stain on the floor, people are their eyes going to go right to that stain. They're not
I
going
know,
to
isn't it? It's like Murphy's Law.
look
Like there's
around.
one piece of dirt and someone's going to find that. So yeah, clean. And yeah, clean, 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 clean. Get someone in to deep clean your house before you go do photos and before you list it. That's my tip
And
of
if
the
you
day.
need any suggestions, Mary Ellen and I are very good about walking through your home and,
Sure.
telling you what you need to do before you list your home.
Right.
We're very
And you
good
need
at
to
that.
scrub and you need it to smell good. All right.
Right.
Next, number 3.
Upgrade your light fixtures. One of my big
Ah,
pet peeve is old light fixtures with burnt out light bulbs in them. Like, it can make a home feel so worn out, so tired, not well maintained, not modern. Swap out your old light fixtures. It's a relatively simple, easy fix. Home Depot's got a ton of fixtures, even those that are
Amazon. You can
inexpensive.
order stuff on Amazon if you don't want to go into
Mhm,
Lowe's or Home
mhm.
Depot. And another
And
pet peeve, like you would say, is those light bulbs all need to match.
they do. Do need to match and pick a soft white or, warm white, not the glaring blue white that some of the older LED bulbs originally came out with. Now LEDs come in like 4 different colors. So you can pick a warm white, and that energy efficiency also gives the home a fresh look as well. So consider adding statement pendant lights too in your kitchen or in your entryway. But some of these common areas need to be warm, they need to be inviting, and they need to look up to date.
And also let's just add fans to that too. Okay. Because
Dirty
people
fans.
had dirty fans and they've had it for like 30 years and they never switched it out and they don't clean it. Please.
The warped blades.
Yeah.
You
Like,
can buy just the blades and just replace the blades. That will even.
that is a great tip of the day, Sue. That is a
Yeah.
great tip of the day. But
Yeah.
honestly,
Buy your
fans and
blades.
a lot of people, I have fans in all my bedrooms because I'm a fan person. And then but we're washing them every week and we're cleaning them. And
Mhm.
that's, people notice that. You'd be shocked.
Right. Right.
And even if you're clean and you clean your house all the time and you turn that fan off, you're like, where did all this dust come from?
Mm-hmm.
You got to clean it. Okay. Sorry. I'm off
You do.
my high horse on cleaning. All right. So anything else about lighting fixtures? Just, what's trending? I mean, honestly, you can see, everybody knows what's trending. If you go into Home Depot or into Lowe's, you're going to see what's trending as well. Just don't mismatch things, try to keep
Yeah, and
it.
don't forget, this doesn't just apply to the light fixtures inside your home, but also those exterior light fixtures at your front door. Remember we talked about, good first impressions? Make sure those light
They're clean.
fixtures are well, and that they're not like the shiny brass that's out of date, that's all scratched and tarnished and everything else. Make sure those exterior light fixtures also look up to date and are clean, and the glass in them is clean if there is glass, and the bulbs are not burnt out also.
Yep, definitely. All right. So number 4 is Re-grouts and Caulk bathrooms. That's a huge one. That really is a huge one.
Yeah, it really is, because a lot of bathrooms do, accumulate a little bit of mold, where the tub meets the tile around the top and so forth. And that's an easy fix, and it's an inexpensive fix. And a handyman can do it for you if you don't want to do it. But basically, they just scrape out the old caulk and put a new layer of caulk in, and you give it a couple hours to dry and you're ready to go again. But it is simple, it's cost effective, and it makes a big difference in the buyer's impression of the bathtub and the shower and everything else.
Yeah. I agree 100% when it comes to bathrooms and things like that and lighting fixtures. Okay. So number 5, which is a pretty easy fix, which I just blows my mind how many people do not do this fix. And honestly, if you do this fix, you might get more money for your house.
You will, absolutely. It's look at your hardware that's around your house. This includes, cabinet handles, faucets, doorknobs, hinges. You want something that looks modern and fresh and, of course, unified throughout the home. If you opt for a brushed nickel or a matte black, or even some of the, there's like a satin brass that's very popular right now, like a brushed brass. Those all align with the current trends and are stylish as well. I want to add one thing here as far as hardware, and that has to do with window treatments.
Yep. I was just going to say
These
that.
are
I have
all
something
easy
else too.
fixes. Yeah, if you've got old heavy drapes, take them down. Touch up the paint on the walls where you took them down. If you have broken slats on blinds, things like that, take them down or replace the blind totally. These are all things that buyers, unfortunately, their eye goes right to it, and they can't see the forest for the trees.
And clean those blinds. And also, a lot of times the sun will deteriorate them, and sometimes it's just better to take them off and buy new ones. And one more pet peeve that I've seen is when you're in a bathroom and there's no toilet paper holder on the wall, or there's no towel rack or anything like that. Now, if you live like that, that's fine. But when you're selling a house, you really want to make it look amazing. So you're going to put a towel rack up there and a pretty towel so it looks good, and a toilet paper roll. I'm sorry. You've got to do it. I'm sorry. I don't know. That was like the first thing, like when you move into a new house, they don't have that. So like when you're building new construction, they don't put those things in towel racks or any of that kind of stuff. That's like the first thing you run out to like Home Depot and get. But if you don't have them in your house now, I think just adding them and adding some warmth into those bathrooms, I think is a good idea.
Yeah, and just in general, in your bathroom and other places in your home, when you're getting ready to list your home, just keep in mind you're moving. So go ahead and start packing. Less is more. And, the more stuff that you have packed away and it's not out on the counters, it's just easier for people to really see how they're going to live in the home rather than how you've lived in the home. And buyers need to look at the home through their eyes.
And one more thing, don't paint like one wall and not the other three, okay? Like there's scratches and you're like, oh, I'll paint the wall. It's never going to match up. Never. Never going to match up. So if you're going to paint the room and go all out. Make sure you paint the baseboards and the windowsills and everything and the ceilings. So just so that it's nice and crisp, because the worst part is when you go into a house and you can see where they touch up paint. That's a big turn off. Big turn off.
So if you need the suggestion of a painter, Mary Ellen and I have a preferred vendor list. We'll be happy to help you out.
Sure, because I will not paint because I'm not good at it, according to my husband. So I would never do it. So definitely.
Well, I think it's important to use good quality paint too.
Right, of course. Yes. Please do that. Please read up on.
Makes the job easier.
Yeah.
Spend a little bit more money for good paint.
Yeah, just get good paint. Please get good paint. Okay. Anything else on just these quick fixes that can add thousands of dollars to your pocket?
No, I think, sellers need to look through the eyes of a buyer. And I know sellers love their home, and their home's the best home on the street, and their home's the best one in the whole neighborhood. But they really need to step back and be realistic. And, the little bit of money that you spend up front really does make a difference, because in a buyer's eyes, they see those things as being much more expensive than they really are. And they're already, maybe maxing out on their budget to be able to buy your home. So they want it move-in ready. Yeah.
And don't mix match things. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to change out all the brass doorknobs, change them all out, not just the ones on the first floor or the second floor, and just do it all. Make it, I don't know, just like continues throughout the whole house. Kind of like your flooring continues throughout the whole house. I can't tell you how many times I've been in houses and I just shake my head and go, okay, hardwood. Okay. Carpet. Okay. Ugly tile. Okay. Ugly carpet. Ugly. Yeah. Like, and different things on the same, like just try to, less is better. Just one
Yeah.
color. One
I
color.
know what Mary Ellen's favorite is, though.
What?
Carpet in the bathroom. I know you love carpet
Oh
in the
my
bathroom.
gosh. No way. My whole house is hardwood. Hardwoods and luxury vinyl, and that's it. And tile in the bathrooms. No, I don't know why anyone in their right mind would ever put carpet. I don't understand these builders that would ever put carpet in a bathroom. And
It was a
honestly,
late 80s thing.
please, if you have carpet in your bathroom and you're going to sell your house, please pull it up. Please, please, please pull it up. It's just, I don't know yeah, and if you haven't changed your carpet out in a while or cleaned it, please do that. Because people don't realize how much dust is actually in a carpet. Even if you vacuum it and clean it and clean it all, if you ever torn up any carpet, you will see how much dust.
The dust is horrible when you tear
It's
it up.
disgusting. Yeah. So
it's
like,
gross.
and just when we moved in our new house, the builder put carpet in the bedrooms, and we were like, no way. So my husband we were all putting in hardwood floors, and he tore up all the carpeting, and even being a brand new house, it still was dusty. And I was like, because remember, you always have the workers in there working, even after they put in, so there's so much dust in carpet, people don't realize. So clean your carpets, get them all clean. So, all right. So let's talk about what we love about North Atlanta. And today we're going to talk about trees of green, and I guess grass of green. We should talk about grass of green too, right?
In the state of Georgia, Mary Ellen, there are over 100 species of evergreen trees.
Oh my goodness.
And the most popular tree in Georgia is actually the southern live oak. Isn't that cool?
No
Southern
way.
live oak's
Really?
Really, really gorgeous.
Really?
The live oak can grow up to 30 feet tall.
Wow.
And has a lifespan of 300 years. Isn't that cool?
Amazing.
And Georgia's also known for other really popular trees such as magnolias, cedar, pine, holly, hemlock, and Leland cypresses. North Atlanta and all of Georgia, for that matter, provides shades of green year-round. Another reason why we love North Atlanta.
And I will tell you, those Leland cypresses, if you want to not ever see your neighbors, you put up Leland cypresses, those things grow like weeds. They grow like 5 feet a year.
Leland's up. Yeah, cryptomeria is even better than Leland cypresses, I think, because it's more disease resistant than Leland cypresses are.
Yes.
So cryptomeria is another one to consider.
Yeah, but I mean, it's amazing how fast they grow. You're like, oh
one thing I want to remind everybody in Alpharetta and Milton and this area and Roswell, if you're going to, or if you have a tree that's dying or needs to be removed, make sure you get a permit from the city of Alpharetta or whatever city you're in before you take the tree down, because you can be fined, and they can be hefty fines.
Because we're trying to keep so I think what's really important is a lot of these builders, because it's cheaper, they come in and they just bulldoze all the trees, which breaks my heart, right? And I know that in Alpharetta and where we live in Milton and Alpharetta, that trees are so important, and it makes the character of the neighborhood, the character of your property, and it's just so nice that you have trees, or put trees in, or put crepe myrtles in, or put something fun in. There's just so many things you can put in that flower and just make your property look so much nicer. So I like that you can, like you said, if you have to take down a tree, you have to get permission, which a lot of people don't,
Right.
So I know people are very much like, I don't like HOAs and I don't like this, and that's fine, because then maybe North Atlanta is not the place for you, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, we can find you 5 acres somewhere where you have no neighbors or something like that. But what makes our suburban area the way it is having these HOAs in effect and having the neighborhoods look so beautiful.
Right.
And not having pink and purple houses on your street, right? You know, even though most of the houses are bricks, so I don't know, they're painting their brick pink and purple. I don't know what they're doing. So anyway.
Yeah. But even if you live in a neighborhood without an HOA and you're within the city limits of Alpharetta, Roswell, Milton, so forth, you cannot cut down a tree without a permit because they will find out and they will find you.
They will find you.
They will
Like
find
they
you.
will hunt you down and they will fine you, and you don't want those fines. Those fines can be
Right.
like ridiculous. So,
Right.
and I like that the you know, the city is really, you know, it's important to them too to keep it as suburban as possible. So
Right. Yeah. Our city planning people in Alpharetta are amazing. We've got a wonderful planning commission. They are tough, but
tough.
that's why Alpharetta is the way it is. That's why
And Milton.
Alpharetta is as nice
So-
as it is.
So let's
Because that-
explain
Yeah.
Milton and Alpharetta. So Alpharetta is this huge city within, but Milton's part of Alpharetta, but it's just one part. Johns Creek is
Right.
part of Alpharetta, but it's just another part. So
Right.
what you would say is if you're going up 400 north, the west side of Alpharetta is Alpharetta and Milton. The east side is Alpharetta and Johns Creek, right?
Right.
So just kind of
Right.
put that in your brain. And what I would say is if you're on the west side of 400, you're going to have more property and you're going to have, it's going to be a little bit more stricter with trees and more, a little more, not rural, but you know, people have more property, where if
Right.
you're on the east side of Alpharetta, you're not going to get as big of a property, you know,
Right.
property
Right.
size.
And just so people understand, Roswell is south of Alpharetta and Milton. And it too has, you know, pretty strict restrictions on, you know, trees and so forth as well. So trees are important. Atlanta was built in a forest.
Yeah.
And that's what makes Atlanta really pretty, because even when you're in Midtown, those streets are tree lined.
Yes.
It's really pretty.
Especially
You go to
during
Georgia Tech's campus and you walk around the campus where Georgia Tech is in Midtown, and you don't even realize you're in the middle of the city. I mean,
Yeah.
we also have a beautiful park called Piedmont Park in Atlanta, and
gorgeous.
it's just filled with trees. You know, the Beltline, it's all tree lined. The trees in Atlanta, and that's what makes it really nice here. It really does.
It does. Okay, so that's what we love about North Atlanta. So let's talk about the design tip of the day, which is pay attention to the color temperature of your lighting. Oh, that's an interesting one.
Right, right. So when you are ready to list your home, step back and look at your light bulbs. Make sure A, they're not burnt out, and B, that they're all very, very consistent throughout the whole home, that you don't have one bright light bulb that's a glaring blue-white color and another one that's, you know, a very dim kind of yellowy color. So invest some time and some thought and a little bit of money into changing out your light bulbs so that they are all very, very consistent in temperature, in color, and in intensity. And, you know, you want to make sure you have your home well lit when you have it. You know, when you're showing the home, when you list the home, and this can make a huge difference in the way your home is perceived, because, you know, brighter lights will just make your rooms look bigger. It will make your home look more inviting. And just keep in mind that, you know, cooler lights are those blue lights, but choose the warmer, softer lights when you're looking at this. They're about 2,700 Kelvin, and make your rooms feel very, very cozy.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many. It can be overwhelming. I think lighting can be very overwhelming now because there's so many different light bulbs, and you're like, what? I mean, I don't deal with the light bulbs. My husband does, thank God. I mean, I could deal with it if I had to, but what I'm saying is it could be very overwhelming for someone who doesn't know anything about light bulbs and, you know, man, YouTube.
Yeah, but the good news is here, if you go into Home Depot or you go into Lowe's, there's always somebody around
Yes,
you
they
can
can help
ask,
you.
and they will help you.
And they know so much about light bulbs. It's like their
They
job. They
do.
have to know everything about it. So we're not professionals in light bulbs. So you go find the professionals. So yeah. So I mean, I'm learning stuff too. What's a Kelvin around Kelvin? What's Kelvin even? I don't know. What's Kelvin? 3,000 Kelvin for your kitchen. Choose warmer colors.
Yeah. It's a little bit brighter.
There you go. That's what we need. And then, especially lighting in the kitchen. And what's so great now, and I don't, we have Googles all over our house, right? So we turn on our kitchen lights and we can say 40%, we can say 50%, we can say 60% light,
Smart bulbs.
yeah, it's amazing. Like, I think that's what, I don't know if I can live without that anymore, because it's like, okay, I want it a little brighter because today it's raining. So it's like, okay, Google, turn on kitchen light. And here goes my phone off and my kitchen lights are going to 50%, and then it talks to you. And then, like in your bedroom at night, what percentage do you want your light bulbs at? So I really like that. And I guess that works with Alexa, whatever smart stuff you do.
You can actually make your sleep more efficient and productive, and you get better sleep, in other words, by using the smart apps and the smart bulbs and the smart fixtures, so that as it gets later into the evening, the lighting in your house actually changes,
Right.
So that it gets you ready for bed.
It's just like programming your heat and your air conditioning and all that stuff. You program everything. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Right.
It's amazing what the world has come to, what we can do now, right? I wish we could do that. And it's amazing what little kids now, what they talk to Google and they tell Google to do all kinds of things, right? Or Alexa, or whoever your friend is. Ours happens to be Google in this house. So anyway, well, yeah, that was great information. And like you said, I like that if you do have smart bulbs and you can connect it to a Google or an Alexa or whatever, you can get your lighting in a certain way at a certain time. Even you can do Christmas lights, which we have.
Yes.
It's like everything's so easy, and honestly, we say, okay, Google, like if I say the word sleep, it turns all the lights off and turns our bedroom light on. So there you
I was
go.
waiting for your lights to go off there.
I know. My phone is like blowing up. I'm like, because it's saying Google, and I'm like, okay, I couldn't say it too loud because then Google's going to do all kinds of things. Before you know it, there'll be no lights in my house. Okay. So anyway, now that we always have so much fun, Sue, in our little podcast, don't we? We're just real. We're just real. We say it like it is. We don't sugarcoat anything, and this is what you get with us. We're going to get your house sold for the most amount of money in the least amount of time.
Exactly.
And that's our logo. So anyway, well, thanks for today. Today we talked about 5 quick fixes that can add thousands of dollars to your pockets, which were easy fixes. We talked about the Ivy Brook by the Providence Group in Alpharetta, which we don't even have pricing on, but it's really a great location right by Top Golf. So if you're a golfer, that's good.
That's West Side Parkway area. Yeah.
Yes, really great. And we talked about trees, which we love. We love trees and flowers and everything like that. But we talked about trees and green. And the design tip was great about the color temperature of your lighting, how you can do different things with lighting. So anyway, thanks, Sue, for being with us today. And like always, follow us, the Real Estate Ladies of North Atlanta. Follow us on our Facebook. We love being out in the community, helping out the community. And if you want to know the community events, we have a weekly newsletter that goes out that tells what's going on in the Alpharetta and Milton area. So just find us on social media. Have a great day, Sue. And thank you for
you too.
Giving us these great tips today.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.